Good morning and welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Breakfast is about to be prepared. I was about to say served, no, not yet. And today is going to be by Chef Olufunke. It's so good to have you in the studio with us today.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Fantastic. This is quite a spread, and I'm sure you're quite curious as to what we're having for breakfast. What is for breakfast?
Well, today we are going to make semi-ripe plantain with mackerel fillet in some pepper sauce. So we have all our ingredients here.
Okay, let's talk about the ingredients. Let's start from what we're using for the pepper sauce.
Okay, the pepper sauce is slashed tomatoes with, you can have a selection of peppers, Scotch bonnet, that's the one they call rudo. You can also have shombo, that's the one they call the jalapeno pepper. So this is, and the mix of onions. So we have fresh onions that we're going to use also. Then we have already minced garlic. And here we have minced ginger. Then you have some other spices and salt. Cumin, coriander, fennel. These are to give the sauce a lot of flavor.
I feel people do not use this enough for their pepper. There's something about cumin in pepper.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The flavor is amazing. It literally blows your taste buds out.
You are very correct.
It is amazing. I cannot cook stew without cumin. That's how attached I am to it. Okay, and then of course oil.
Of course you have the oil. Then we also have some, this is called turmeric. The turmeric we're going to use for a juice, an orange juice. So
orange
it's nice.
Juice
yes,
and
orange juice. Yes. We try to hide the turmeric in the orange juice because most people don't like the taste. But when you're having it in turmeric, it's fantastic. Turmeric and orange juice is fantastic, and you get all the health benefits from it because turmeric and ginger, they're antioxidants for the body. So when you take this early in the morning along with a green juice to start your day, it is a fantastic way to start breakfast.
Wow, I've never thought about that. Turmeric in orange juice. I'm trying to marry both, but it's all good. Now, that's for the sauce, right?
For the sauce.
So
then
for
the unripe plantains.
Yeah. So what are we doing with that?
Unripe plantains, we're just going to cut them up, chop them up. You can leave them with the skin on or with the skin off, and then just boil them in a little salt water. Then we have the fish fillet already deboned, so that you don't have to be picking through your teeth and all that, the discomfort of bones. So you fillet your fish already before you start.
Do you always recommend using what we call Titus fish for your fillet?
Anyone can go with any type of fish they prefer because it's to each his own.
But amongst the easy to get fish, so to speak, would you say this is the best?
Well, I would say mackerel is good because it's an oily fish. It has omega-3 fatty acids, and also it has less bones, especially for children who don't like eating their protein anyway. So when you can debone it, it's a single bone in the middle. You can just take it out, and then with all the benefits of the mackerel fish, it's one of the good fishes you can use.
Good. So now let's talk about the juice. Abi?
Okay,
juice we're going to make use of this for, right? Okay, so what are we? This is pineapple. Pineapple,
papaya, and apples. We also have a cucumber juice that we're going to make. The cucumber juice is like a green juice that you can take early in the morning to flush the liver and to cleanse your system. It's to wake up the liver in the morning, so you don't need to be so heavy on the plantain first. So you can take water, but in case you have a cucumber juice or even your ugu or bitter leaf juice, those are things you can use early in the morning to flush out your liver, to cleanse it before it starts there, because the liver is so important in the body. It needs to continue to detoxify itself to be able to process all the food coming in. So it's very important that you have fruits before you have your breakfast.
Pineapples go in the juice as well?
Yes, you can have pineapple juice. And this is the stock we're going to use for the pepper sauce.
The stock?
Yes.
This is bay leaf, right?
Bay leaf, yes.
Okay, so I'm sure, I'm curious as well, and I'm pretty sure you are. What is the cake for?
Oh.
I chose not to ask before the show because I was surprised when you brought the cake. I was like, okay, might be a birthday. What is the cake for, though?
Some people actually love to have dessert in the morning, and I don't want to cheat them out of that.
Wow.
So it's better to have dessert earlier in the day, in my own opinion. That's personal, than to have it later in the night when it just sits around.
So that means you can always walk into a cake shop in the morning, you know, get yourself your cake, according to Chef Olufunke, for breakfast, so that it would have digested before you go to bed at night.
Yeah. Some people actually love to have like a slice of fruit cake with coffee in the morning, just to indulge themselves a little, like, oh, I've worked so hard, I need to get something done. I mean, let me just take a bite of something sweet. So you can actually do that if you are one of the kind
Chef Olufunke, henceforth, we only bring you on this show in the middle of the month, because you cannot be coming here when people are just collecting salary and are supposed to be planning themselves, right? And you're telling them this, then they spend all their money, then by the second week of the month, they are wondering what happened. They'll come after you.
Oh, no. Good things happen. You know, it's a feel-good thing.
Yeah.
Just the cake is like a feel-good thing.
For yourself. Okay, so welcome again to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Chef Olufunke has been hard at work. We're trying as much as possible to make sure breakfast is ready in time. What are we having for breakfast again?
We're having semi-ripe plantain with mackerel fish fillet in pepper sauce.
Yeah, sounds like a mouthful, and it is a mouthful because there's even dessert, as Mazino mentioned. In case you missed it earlier, don't worry, you see it at the end of the show, definitely. It's not in my belly, I promise. The ingredients are currently on your screen right now. In case you missed anything earlier or you're just tuning in, you can scribble them down. Okay. So far, so good. What have we done?
So we've had the plantains are on. Okay. So they're almost cooked. Okay. And then we have the vegetable oil already in the pan. So we're going to add some ginger and allow it to sizzle. Can I have the garlic, please? Yes, thank you very much. Okay. So we allow it to fragrance. Okay. And then we also add some garlic, minced garlic. You can chop this up with a knife. And also have some onions already chopped up.
All right.
So we add that. For those in the studio, you're going to, you know, perceive
Don't worry, the aroma is already doing things to us. You know? We'll be all right. We're used to it.
So we allow that to cook down a little, to fry down. It will be a bit fragrant and tender. Okay. Then we're going to add the sauce.
Okay. So when we add the sauce, what do we do next? We
add the sauce and then we allow it to cook down a little. That's we reduce it. It will take out the sweetness. This is freshly made sauce. Every time you slash your tomatoes and pepper mixture and it's fresh, there's a different taste to the freshness. Yeah. So it's always nice to do it when it's fresh. So you don't need to add so much seasoning or MSGs to the product, to your finished product. So that already gives it that tomatoes, pepper, fresh taste. Then all the other spices added, you know, will give it the taste you're looking for.
So it's always a good idea to use your pepper when freshly blended.
Freshly blended, yes. A trick we use is also when you buy bulk, you can put your peppers and tomatoes without blending, or blend them fresh and store them. Don't boil.
Okay.
So that when you want to take it out, and you portion it, and when you want to take it out, you use it. It still tastes as fresh as when you just blended it.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So you can store them either whole, frozen, yes, and then take out in portions and blend, or blend them at once, portion them, put them into the freezer. Then when you need it, you take out a portion. So you still get that very fresh, earthy taste of the tomatoes.
Okay.
So this is almost tender now.
All right.
So we're going to add the paste. Some people like their onions chunky.
All right. That's true, like me. I love to see onions in food. I've never really understood I can't imagine tasting ginger. What kind of thing is this? I just tasted garlic in my food. That can never be me. I love all of these things fresh.
I guess because people don't know the nutritional value of most of the things they are eating. Yeah. So they don't know the benefits they are going to get. Like garlic and ginger, they are what they call antibiotics for the body. So when you take them regularly, you are sure you are rid of boils, you are sure you are rid of so many infections you don't want on a regular, even without knowing it. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory. Yeah. It helps the body to cleanse. Like women, when they are before premen and all that, you can take ginger constantly as a tea or in your food. It helps the ease of blood flow in your body. But because people don't know, they always think, oh, I don't like the taste. But when you get to know the benefits of it, you would love to eat it because you know what it's doing to your body.
You know what you said is very true, because I could not stand it initially. So I see my mom chew it and everything, and I'm like, ew. I used to have a classmate in school, Jadisola and her sister. Their mom used to make them eat garlic. So people used to call them garlic girls and all that. But do you know, to me, there's no shame now. Maybe back then, it was probably something, but now that I'm looking back, I'm like, don't you just wish you were the garlic girl? Because there's so many nutritional benefits. I would never have imagined, as at 5 years ago, that I would be able to chew ginger or garlic. And yet, here we are.
Wow.
Oh, God. Welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you.
Today's chef is Chef Olufunke, and she has prepared this beautiful spread for us. It's the kind of spread that you don't quite know where to start.
I mean.
Okay, so tell us what we're having for breakfast, please.
Okay, so We are going to start from the very top, which is with our fresh fruit juices.
Okay.
So we have the ginger and lemon juice here. Like I said earlier, it's good to detoxify your liver and have a lot of juices in the morning before you eat a heavy meal, because you've lost a lot of water in the morning when you wake up, and so just replenish and cleanse your liver. So you have the cucumber juice here. It's just all cucumber, freshly juiced. Then you have orange and turmeric. I've talked about the benefits of turmeric, how they're antioxidants for your body and anti-inflammatory. And here you have beetroot and lime. Beetroot is very good for your heart and your kidneys. It helps to make sure that it cleanses the blood.
I'm not done writing.
So, you know what? I need you to dig into that, okay?
Yes,
that
please.
fish sauce, that's the tilapia. No, the mackerel
fillet.
Yeah.
Said tilapia.
It was made this morning in the
Please
morning.
enjoy.
Please dig in. We want your feedback.
We'll do this on air as well.
Sorry, it's...
No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's a part of me.
It's
All
okay.
right.
It's
It's
okay.
fine.
That's fine.
And then, of
So,
course,
yeah.
cake for dessert. Yeah,
I mean,
Which is
this
the best
is
part.
quite a spread.
in fact.
And you did this in how many hours?
Sis, you should know when I'm in the kitchen, we get things
please.
done.
You go,
Come on,
girl.
get away. You think I'm going to
You
talk
go,
about this?
girl.
You.
What do you think? What do you think? Love it? Like it?
I feel like you're distracting me.
Oh, I am. All right. So I have been called out for being a distraction. Thank you to all our guests for being on the show today. Thank you so much to all the creator and Chef
My
Olufunke.
pleasure.
You are a sweetheart.
Well done. Thank you so
An
much for
absolute
being here.
sweetheart.
Good to be here.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. And of course to all our guests. Thank you. And for you at home and to you at home watching, thank you. We have to go now, people. Have a great day ahead.
Bye.
Bye.